What's up, guys? What's up? 1 second. Alright. I have not looked at these patch notes at all, so this is going to be a clean, fresh look. I've avoided everything today to not look at the patch notes till I did this live. So, we're going to see how this looks. I gotta tell you though, they did, like, Activision did everything today. Like Overwatch, I think, had a big thing today. Warzone 2 dropped patch notes, and then we got ours today. So I'm gonna see how this looks. But this is probably, I might cut this into a video as well. So this might end up being like just like a cut up patch notes video, but we're going to take a look. I'm going to give it a couple minutes for everybody to get in. Don't spoil it for me. Don't say anything in chat. Stop. Don't start telling me what's in it. I want to read it fresh. I have not looked at anything at all. I've not looked at anything. It's kind of funny because I was watching Tim the Tatman today because Warzone, they dropped some. They didn't drop like full patch notes. They're probably going to do that next week. But Warzone dropped their stuff, some more stuff today, and they were pissing people off left and right. they I don't get it. I really don't. I heard the Overwatch 2 stuff was decent. I think they started a new season or something. The Warzone updates are horrible. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. But I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna start at 3 o'clock. Now I'm not gonna do a full stream. I'm just gonna go over the patch stuff and we'll talk about it and have a discussion if there's stuff to be discussed. And then I'm not gonna play any today. I got some stuff I need to do before dinner. I just wanted to. We kind of knew Pez kind of tipped it off. We were gonna get this today, so I wanted to do a stream just to do kind of a live reaction on what's here. So we'll see. All right, I'm gonna reduce chat. Y'all talking too much. I'm gonna turn chat off. Oh man, but I'll start right at 3 o'clock. We got a couple minutes. But now that we got the notes, I'm going to probably. I don't know if I'll do a sign up. I'll probably just ask people to DM me who wants to be in the starting group for first run through. So what's that? Thursday night, right? 16th, Thursday night. Yeah, because Valentine's is on Tuesday, 16th. Okay, so I'm assuming. Did they say a time? I'm assuming it's going to be at 8 p.m. like they normally do, 5 PST. So it'll be whatever we did last time. Yeah, season 3 stuff. Yeah, 5 PST. That's what I thought. Tomac got to rub it in. I don't think Can't. Yeah, there he's here. But we'll see how long this takes. I don't know that there's much to this, but we're going to pull this over. Alright, so this is our final patch notes for I'm assuming this February 8th means when they did the first set of patch notes, right? Usually they highlight what they changed, but we'll see if they do that. This is for season 3 going live on the 16th. So let's see what we got. I gotta be honest, guys. I'm a little nervous to even look at this. Little nervous to even look at this. Changes to the availability of Sundering Charms. And new recipes? Alright, yeah, that's what they're saying. So, 5 PST. Previous season, okay, this is the... Did they say how much time they get people to roll over their gear again? Okay, here's the shared stash information. This should still be the same, so unless they made something different as far as the timing. Any items from latter season 1 stored in which will be lost. Okay, this is for, they gave us till the beginning of season 3 to remove the gear from season 1, so there's a huge amount of time. Okay. And all of season 3 to withdraw for season 2. So, yeah, same stuff. Alright, so are we looking at any new changes? Hustle. So they made you run even faster. Is that the only change? Is the IAS changed? I know this was 50% before, so they bumped it to 65. Why do they do it like this? So it went from 65 to, or 50 to 65 on the run speed. That's crazy fast, though. I don't know if that's still going to make this worth it, because again, this is going to be mid-tier. The co-rune, yeah, I don't know if the armor is still going to be that viable. The IAS is kind of nice. We'll see. We might play around with it a little bit. Oh, it does have the text? Okay, here we go. Alright. Alright, so this is the helmets. These are the helmets. Bulwark stayed the same. Cure. Level 1 cleansing aura. And reduced, it went from 75 to 50 on a poison length. I don't think that's still going to be run. Ground, no change. Hearth. CBF is always a good mod. So what's this one? This is the cold absorbance with the CBF. That has a little bit of that's not bad. CBF is always hard to find, or it's kind of niche on which ones you get CBF on. So that's kind of a decent mid tier. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Decent change. Temper stayed the same. What is this? All right, hustle. Okay, so here's the changes: 50 to 65, 20 to 40 IS. Plus 6 evade. That's interesting. That's interesting. All resist 10. Okay. No, still 5%. Is that marked through? So it went from level 9 to level 1 burst. And then they added fanaticism. Interesting. And they upped the damage, which I think that was needed. The fanaticism, this is still a mid-tier item, though. I guess for clearing up damage with fanaticism, that might not be too bad. Yeah, that's I mean it's an interesting change. I mean we don't get a chance to play around with it with PTR, which kind of sucks. Um, and are they going to push 2.6 live early? Did they say the damage buff was needed? That's kind of nice. That fanaticism aura is interesting to me. I didn't really care about the burst of speed proc. 5% was kind of low, anyways. But the fanaticism aura, that's again, it's a mid tier piece. I don't know how much play it's going to get because you got to get that co rune to drop. So, um, it's not. It's better. I mean, the changes are better. So we'll just say that because it was garbage. All right, Mosaic. This is the big one. They did it. They bumped it to 50%. So you could get 100% with 2 claws. This is great. This is great. And when you finish, it refreshes the expiration time because that's 100% uptime as you're hitting. That's actually really good. Yeah, that's actually really good because people were wanting this to go up. So this gives you 100% for 2 claws. Um, you refresh the timer with hitting the finisher. So once you get, we were talking about this yesterday, you'd have to refresh the charges because there's a time fall off on it. But now every time you hit the finisher, it refreshes that time, so you don't even have to recharge. That's pretty cool. And they added lifesteal, cold damage, lightning damage, and fire damage. This might be fun to play. I gotta be honest. I was thinking about going martial arts assassin, depending for my second build, depending on whether they upped this. This was the big piece, and so I think I'm gonna play it. I think I'm gonna go martial arts second. Yeah, it went from straight damage here to percentage and some lifesteal. This actually is pretty nice. I like this. I'll probably play around with this, trying to find some decent bases to go martial arts. I think this brings martial arts up a decent bit. I like that a lot. That was what we were looking for in the change to this. Was this mainly, but the addition of this stuff, the life leech, the refresh on the timer, that's a pretty big deal. Yeah, this might end up being really strong. I'm actually kind of excited to try out martial arts assassin with this now. This is a good change. This was what I was mainly looking at because like this is the last one, right? And metamorphosis, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with the druid this season anyways, so I didn't care as much about this as the claws. All right, more AR for the mark of the wolf. They didn't change bear. 25% chance of crushing blow no longer attached to mark. Oh, so there's a straight. It was here, and now it's just on there no matter what. That's pretty cool. They didn't see. This was the thing with this. With there was a mention of having to move to human form between um, switching between wolf and bear, which I think that was a little deeper into the legacy code. I didn't think they'd have enough time to change anything like that, so I wasn't actually expecting that change. Being able to go straight to wolf to bear, just for a little time savings, but whatever. I mean, this I don't. This might. I think the Fury or Shapeshift Druid players will probably mess around with this, but I don't see this pulling people away from other classes to play shapeshift. This does. I think this pulls people into martial arts from other classes. So I think this is, it's not a huge meta shift by any means, but I think you'll find more martial arts players just because of messing around with these claws. I think that's really cool. Yeah, it might be an issue with some graphics cards because yeah, you're gonna get a lot. I like that. I like that a lot. That so far, this has been the best change by far. Adjusting this rune worth. This makes potentially playing a martial arts assassin pretty interesting. I'm gonna mess around with that. I don't think it's gonna be my out of the gate, but we'll see. Yeah, Josh, it does kind of. But I mean, it's different though. So I think it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, Nate, I get that. I mean, you're gonna have uptime on it, unless there's like some run between time, but that's about it. I think somebody told me it's like 15 seconds for charges to drop off. So, developers notes. All right, yeah, they're just going over each change and why they did it. Mosaic, we went all in. Okay, yeah, they did. But I mean, I think out of all the rune words, the mosaic was probably the most interesting one. All right, cube recipes. What can we do here? All right, this is the set. Wait, this was already in there, wasn't it? I thought we already had the set upgrade changes. Oh wait, what is this? Is the change? I guess the highlight. Oh wait, no, that's just me hovering. What's different here? Are they just changing it so that it's based off armor or weapon? Is that the change? Oh, that I'm. Oh, this is just a non-ladder move. Oh, right here. Okay. Oh wait, no. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's saying for the 7 rune words and handful of heretics that were added in season 1. So 2.4 went to non-ladder. Okay, that's just basically what that is. The 7 rune words from 2.4. So all the people that were making flickering flames and all that kind of stuff for non-ladder on ladder currently, it's irrelevant because you can make it on non-ladder now. I saw some people were saying that they were making some flickering flames for the transition to non-ladder, but it's irrelevant now. Sundering charms, adventure, keep looking, blah 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 blah. Okay, on all non-classic game modes. Wait, what's that mean? In all, I'm assuming non-ladder then. So basically, you get sunders and non-ladder. Do you think that applies to offline? I guess so. When it says all non-classic game modes, offline is a game mode. That's cool. I didn't think they were going to be able to get that. Well, did non-ladder have terror zones? I don't remember. Who played non-ladder? Well, they're already. We were talking about that. Terror zones weren't on non-ladder, right? So if you're going to get sunders, that means you get terror zones. Change it to, okay, so change the terror zone quality of life. Okay, here we go. Terror zones. Spice things up further. We made changes. Terror zones. Terror zones are now available in offline games. All right, awesome. There was a lot of people asking for that. That's great. Which means you'll get your sunder charms offline. It will operate on a different schedule, okay, but function the same. Remember, you can now receive sundering charms. Blood zones may be terrorized in zones that may now be terrorized in unison. Completely. Okay, so they made some adjustments to some of the stuff we were talking about. All right, Darkwood Underground. I don't think there was any in Act. We kind of wanted like Stony Field and Trist to be combined. That was one that we thought should be pulled together. Doesn't look like they're removing any for sure. I felt like Stony Field and Trist should have been one for sure. But because they did add like instance within the zone, like the black dark wood with underground. I mean, they did that. So they finally added ancient tunnels. Why that was not in there, I have no idea. That was just a mistake. They got rid of the sewers, thank God. that was about. This one technically should have been gone too. Well, Bazaar maybe. I don't know. Sewers was a no bueno. That should have been gone. Act 4, Act 5, bloody. Okay. They combined foothills with frigid and the red portal. They glacial trail. This is the underground. Ariet's pit Acheron. I think that's red portal, right? Is Drifter Caverns not a red portal though? That was just the same as the underground passage where you go to Anya. It's just the same in glacial. Okay, it's not bad. I wish they'd have still pulled some off. They only removed one. Yeah, kind of like Frozen River. Yeah. So, but there's 3 red portals. Only unless one of them was already included somewhere. But see, this I gotta be honest. I don't think this makes a lot of sense because Bloody Foothills is pretty big. Frigid is pretty big. So I don't understand this combined with a red portal. Yeah, Eric, that wouldn't be a bad idea. This looks like a bit much. If they're going to do this, why didn't you combine Trist and Stony? That made more sense than this. This is a huge area. Yeah, you get the combo. I get that. I mean, I guess you could just do that portion of it. You could just bounce to the waypoint and do Eldritch Shank and reset. Yeah, that would be the only benefit of that because that red portal's never going to get touched. Nobody's going to Abaddon. That's just never going to get touched. Not horrible. I wish they'd have removed some and combined some, but some of these needed to be done. Cuirass sewers for sure needed to be gone, but they just replaced it with marsh. I don't think marsh is going to get run. All right, quality of life. What do we got? Auras from another player or mercenary no longer remove passive bonuses granted by the same skills, such as Flickering Flames resist fire aura from a mercenary, overriding a paladin's resist fire from their own hard points. This fixed issue where Blessed Aim aura would override the attack rating increases gained from Amazon's Penetrate. I didn't even know that was a thing. Assassin trap skills now benefit from minus enemy resist. So you can use your Griffin now with your traps. That's nice. That was long needed. Fix an issue where missiles created from martial arts charge up skills would not gain the benefit of the plus LE skill damage modifiers. Yeah, that's actually a big deal. That's some nice changes. Amazon fixed an issue where Strafe was not applying bonus attack rating. Fixed an issue where Strafe was still doing 75% weapon damage after a previous balance change. Okay. Fixed an issue where the percentage attack rating on Power Strike was not being applied. Man, they had Amazon just straight up busted. There it is. Sorcerers. We knew this was coming. We knew that was coming. Yeah, they'll still be strong. They'll still be strong. That I thought they were going to do that mid-season last season, so this is just something I knew was coming down the pipe. Yeah, Liam, for sure. Fixing an issue where Fire Mastery's bonus to fire skill damage didn't apply to the additional fire damage granted by enchant on ranged weapons. Interesting. Updated tooltip for enchant. Okay. Druid. Fix an underlying issue that caused the Druid's shockwave skill to do an unintended amount of damage. Does that mean it was hitting too hard? Yeah, it sounds like it. It says instead of having a particular Druid build be strong because of a bug. This harkens back to the firewall days. This is back to firewall days when the bug they nerfed, which wasn't technically that OP. I mean, was Shockwave really that OP though? Was it like game-breaking damage? Yeah, I didn't, I never heard of Shockwave. I heard Shockwave was strong. I never heard it being OP. So, yeah, it's kind of whatever, I guess. Terror zones. Fixed terror zone treasure classes for certain suitors. Okay, so um this kind of proves what we had said before, that we thought that some of the treasure classes on the bosses and the super uniques was wrong. We had said this. It seemed like the drop rates on some of the bosses were weird. So that was happening. It just says for certain ones. But we kind of caught this early on, that there was something weird about the drop rates. Fix an issue where an act boss's quest treasure class would sometimes be used instead of the terrorized treasure class. Yeah, that's just more of what we were saying. Fix an issue where the current terrorized zone was not properly marked in the waypoint menu. I noticed that. Oh wait, it's not even just legacy. I noticed that in the regular waypoint menu. Fix an issue with translations that appear when the pit is currently terrorized. I don't know what that talks about. Controller players. Fix an issue where skill granted by charges alternate slot weapon would bound. Okay, that's kind of weird. Loot the cube function if bound to, okay. General. Fix an issue where pressing the hotkey to open the inventory while loading into the game would cause the inventory UI to appear empty. I never did that, so I don't know. Fix an issue where the shared stash could exceed the memory limit, which caused items in the player's inventory or stash to be deleted. I think this memory limit issue would apply to the duping methods as well. This I think was used. When hitting that memory limit, filling all the stashes. Yeah, that was what was being used to dupe items. So without them saying it, they addressed some of the potential duping issues. So yeah, that's that. Fixed an issue where the tooltip on the lobby season drop down would show an inaccurate date. Yeah, I never noticed that. Fix an issue where new entries on the leaderboard could display as unknown. Didn't notice that. Applying charges controls automatically close the settings. Don't know. Controls not be immediately applied. Keyboard and mouse input. Appropriate error message. Voiceover. Don't care. Don't care. Modding. Move the percentage damage synergy field. I'm assuming for non-ladder, right? This is non-ladder, because you can do mods for non-ladder, if I'm not mistaken. Where's quality of life? It said quality of life. It says quality of life updates. These are all just bug fixes. Yeah, there's none. These are all bug fixes. Literally says quality of life updates. None of these are quality of life updates. These are bug fixes. Fixed, 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 fixed. These are all bug fixes. See, it says fixed all the way down. That doesn't mean quality of life updates. Okay, yeah, that's misleading. There was no quality of life updates. Got me excited there. Okay, takeaway. Mosaic is that's pretty big. That's a big deal. I'll be playing around with that. The Terror Zone changes. They're okay. I kind of said it yesterday that them pushing Terror Zone non-ladder or Terror Zone Sunder stuff and 2.4 stuff to non-ladder was going to be their other big changes. So I mean, it kind of lived up to what we were saying. They adjusted the rune words, which they said they were going to do, and modified some of the Terror Zone stuff, real minor, and then pushed the 2.4 and Terror Zone Sunder stuff to non-ladder. I wasn't thinking they would do that for offline play, so that's kind of cool. Offline play needed it. So, I honestly didn't think they'd be able to set it up for offline, but they were actually able to at least do that. Yeah, Cold Sort got nerfed. That was to be expected. They addressed the other masteries with the 1/5 effectiveness with Sunder Charms, so we kind of knew this was coming. I don't think this is going to throw off the Cold Sork early game at all anyways. It kind of just makes them even across the board now because Cold Sork was way above Lightning and Fire. So Cold is kind of just, it's still probably even a little stronger, but it's still gonna be. Well, just thinking about this now, though, with Lightning and Fire, you had rune words and gear that lowered resist. Do we have that with Cold? What do we have with Cold gear that has a minus cold resist affix to it? Is there? Does Nightwings have a minus cold resist? I can't. Doom. So we're going to see some Doom Sorks. That's the one thing with the other, with Fire and Lightning, is that there was gear out there that to lower resist. So there's not really an offset for more lower resist cold or lower cold resist. Yeah, outside of facets. Yeah, I guess you'll have to apply facets now to some of your gear. It'll be interesting. That's kind of cool. It's not horrible. I do like to change the mosaic. I'll be playing an assassin this season. Not out of the gate, but I will be playing this in season 3. Yeah, I guess Death Fathom has plus cold damage. I don't think it has minus resist. I think Death Fathom is just the plus cold damage. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So no, but you'll have facets. You can put facets and stuff and get some of that reduced. I think you'll still be maxing cold mastery. You won't get anywhere near the benefit with max, but Nah, Aaron, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna still play Sork out of the gate, and then we'll move to the um, we'll move to the martial arts assassin after that. I'm kind of excited to try this out. We'll have to find some decent bases to put the mosaic in though, but it's not horribly expensive. Mal Gold's not bad. If you find a really good base, this is cheap. This is a cheaper rune word. That's not horrible to make. And this could be interesting. I think this will be a lot of fun. Yeah, you'll see the Colts. Yeah, that's true. You'll see the Infinity Cold Sorks now, or running with Infinity Mercs. Yeah, I'm still not a huge fan of Hustle, uh, and it's strictly because of potentially being able to put your hands on a co-rune early. I mean, you could get lucky. I think Nightmare Countess you can farm for co-runes, but I don't remember what the drop rate is. I had actually looked this up, and I think the average. Somebody was specifically talking about this, and there's somewhere on. I think it's an Ariat Summit or one of the other like maybe Wowhead, one of the other ones. You could farm Nightmare Countess, and it'll take you on average about 60 runs to pull a co-rune off of Nightmare Countess. So co-runes are not that easy to get at that level, at when you would potentially be using this. And then once you get higher levels, then you got better options than this. So I don't know. Maybe I could see maybe the armor being in some sort of Boazon build, maybe. That would be kind of cool because you get the IAS and the faster run walk. So potentially, or even Amazon in general, not necessarily just Boazons. I could potentially see in this as an early armor for Azan. Act 5 Merc, yeah. Well, we messed around with that. The Act 5 Merc with Hustle was actually crazy fast. I don't remember, Tommy. This would be kind of cool. I don't know. Well, I'll probably play around with it. I don't think this is a horrible armor for Amazon. Unfortunately, no plus skill stuff here, but the faster run walk with the IAS, I feel like that's definitely geared towards a Zon build of some sort for the armor at least. Um, I can see that happening. So we'll see. It's not horrible. I honestly was holding my breath. I wasn't sure what we'd get. There's some decent stuff here. This isn't terrible. This isn't this isn't this isn't as bad as I thought it could potentially be. Let's put it that way. So there's some play around stuff with this. I was gonna do season 3 anyways. Again, we don't know how it's gonna play out with the longevity of the season before people get bored with it. But I mean, it's not terrible. I do wish they'd have gone at the Terror Zones a little more. The Terror Zone changes, I think, they needed a little more with the Terror Zone changes. Where's it at? Did I lose it already? Yeah. They should have dropped some more of these. They should have cleaned up the list a little bit. I still think there's too many. Yeah, the lack of additional physical damage change for Boazons for sure. They're still that's probably going to be the weakest class. I feel. I'd have put martial arts near the bottom, but the mosaic gives it some opportunity. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, this to me is the more disappointing part. I feel like the Terror Zones really needed to be cut down a bit. Some of these I'd have just straight up pulled out. So we'll see how it shakes out. All right. So we got Thursday is going to be launch day. Um, I'll let y'all know how I decide to handle signups for the first playthrough and see who all wants to be involved in it. Yeah, the AR, the bug fixes with strafe, I didn't even know that was an issue. I didn't. I mean, there wasn't a lot of bows-on play going on. So that helped a little bit. Amazon, the bows-ons just in general, I feel like are still in a bad spot. I think they could definitely still need some work, but maybe they'll get it in the next one. Who knows? But we'll see. I think I'm not going to do any playing today. I got some stuff to do before dinner. I just wanted to go over the patch notes. I had been kind of holding off on looking at them until I got online. So, not bad. It could have been worse. Could have been worse. They made some adjustments that are helpful. Yeah, they kind of juked us a little bit on the quality of life updates. Dude, this headline right here should have just said bug fixes. None of this other stuff's quality of life. This should have just said bug fixes. This part does not apply. So, yeah, it should have just said bug fixes. I don't know why they did. Unless their idea of quality of life and ours are just completely opposite. This part didn't need to be there. Well, whatever. That's cool. I mean, it's not bad. I kind of like some of the changes they made. We can't expect, I guess, like a 2.4 patch every time. So we'll see. All right, guys. I'm gonna leave it here. I will be on later for 7 days, and then I'll be on regular time tomorrow. And I should have some info out on signups for playthrough group for Starter Ladder. So I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you guys jumping in. I'm sure we'll have more conversations about this tomorrow. But I'll catch you guys later. Peace.